This is like one of my favorite series right now. And I know nothing about this author, but the author's pretty fucking funny. I follow her on Twitter and she posts like just random shit. She's pretty funny. I like the author. And just like everything, the author's cool. I like the author. Gachiakuta, the mangaka who went from fan to successor. Also, isn't the Kei Urana, that's her name, right? Wasn't she like an assistant to another popular mangaka? Wasn't it Fujimoto? Wasn't it Fujimoto? I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure he'll say it in the video, but I'm gonna look it up anyways. It was Fujimoto, right? Oh fuck, okay. Oh no, Fire Force and Soul Eater, that's what it was. Okay, I don't know why I thought Fujimoto. She worked under the assistance of Fire Force and Soul Eater. 2 great series, by the way. So she's got fucking, she already had a like 10 out of 10 background. Now she's making her own manga and it's like the greatest thing ever. I love Gachiakuta. Like, just everything about Gachiakuta is so good. The characters, the story, the art, the weapons, everything. I love this series.
Chances are you will very soon. To put it lightly, Kei Urana is one of the most talented authors in modern day manga. Her series, Gachiakuta, by the way, yes, it is
off topic, but I'm still so mad I wasn't able to go to Anime Expo this year. Because they had the coolest fucking Gachiakuta shit ever. I'm so mad I wasn't able to go for that. Because it was the first year Gachiakuta ever went to like a convention, right? Like a really big convention like Anime Expo. And I wasn't able to be there. Yo, it looked so fucking sick. I was just doom scrolling Twitter, seeing all the cool ass Gachiakuta shit. Like, so fucking jealous I wasn't able to be there, man.
Gachiakuta. I've been calling it Gachiakuta this entire time, and quite frankly, I feel like a huge idiot. I've only ever seen the word written, okay? Has received wide acclaim and is now one of the most anticipated anime adaptations of 2025. Urana has been praised for her skills by both fans and mangaka alike. She went from being a massive fan of Soul Eater as a kid to eventually being recognized by Soul Eater's creator as his official successor.
At Weekly Shonen Magazine, the new series by Kei Urana has started. This is someone who loved Soul Eater since they were a child. Urana is my legitimate successor who has already surpassed me.
That's sick, by the way. That is sick, by the way.
Like this one too.
Fire Force and Soul Eater off topic are so fucking good. So it's insane that the author is like, that's my successor.
I'm already defeated.
That is some incredibly high praise, and she's earned every bit of it. And I can hear what some of you might be saying right now. Well, I've never heard of her. What makes her so special?
I've heard of her.
Boy,
I've heard of her.
I'm so glad you asked. We first need to rewind the clock back all the way to the mid-2000s, right in the middle of Studio Bones' rise to prominence, one of Kei Urana's favorite animation studios.
When I was little, I used to sit in front of the TV eagerly waiting for my favorite anime shows to come on. And as that little kid, I used to dream about one day having my own manga turned into an anime by Bones, a studio.
What? That's insane. Wait, that's actually so cool. She got an anime, and she got Studio Bones, right? I'm pretty sure she got fucking Studio Bones too. Is that not fucking sick?
By the way, might I just say excellent taste, as Bones is also my favorite studio, except for that one time. But you know, no one lives forever, and I don't know how much of my life I want to spend talking about Metallic Rouge. So we're just gonna.
Was this show that bad? I think I remember when it came out. I think I watched it, like episode 1 and then just forgot about it. I kind of just forgot about it. Sometimes I'll just watch like the new like seasonal shows, and I'll watch some of them and then just like completely forget about them and just always like I'm pretty sure this is still like in my Crunchyroll watch list. I just completely forgot about it.
I'm gonna ignore that. This love of anime would carry over to her high school years, and it was during this time that she finally decided that she wanted to be a mangaka. Now, something very interesting about her is that despite the fact that she very much goes against the grain of what you'd expect from a typical mangaka, i.e. she, actually shows her face on camera, scandalous, I know, there isn't really a lot of information on her life, if she was a mangaka, or how she even got into the industry. That being said, what what we do know is that leading up to her entry within the manga industry, she would upload art to her Twitter fairly consistently. And it's here
Her
that
art,
not only
her
can we
art, by
see
the
some
way, is so
prototypes for
fucking
characters that
sick.
would eventually show
I love her art style. I think one of my 2 favorite art styles, like as of right now, is Kotayama, the author of Call of the Night and Dagashikashi. His art is so fucking cool, and Kei Uruna's Gachiakuta art style. Those 2 art styles like are my fucking favorite right now. I love those 2.
up in Gachiakuta, but also just how ridiculously good her art was. It's clear that she was very much inspired by Soul Eater, but at the same time,
By the way, is Twitter just like the greatest fucking app ever? No, okay, that sounds crazy to say, and it's probably not. But like, isn't that like how like most like especially like mangakas and like animators and shit like get out there and into like the industry now is by just posting shit on Twitter? Isn't that like how like I'm pretty sure I read somewhere like a lot of like ways that mangakas start getting popular and start like getting like signed and shit are from like just posting shit on Twitter and just getting like a lot of views.
very unique to her.
Like I recently watched a video of like a daily life of a mangaka, and like one of like their main ways of like putting themselves out there is just like posting their shit on Twitter.
But we'll save the art analysis for later. All you need to know is that before she had even drawn a manga, she was basically already a master. Okay, but you know, being a good artist and telling a good story aren't the same thing. Your art doesn't matter if no one likes your story. Just let me finish.
Oh, her story's good.
I think
Oh, her
one of
story's
the
good.
craziest things about Kei Urana as an author is that prior to her serialized manga debut, she had actually worked on 2 one-shot stories, Nokase and Shikido, both of which would go on to win awards, with Nokase winning Weekly Shonen Magazine's 2018 Manga Grand Prix and Shikido winning the 103rd Weekly Shonen Magazine Newcomer Rookie Award. Right off the bat, her work in manga was being praised, and this is undoubtedly what led to Urana's first childhood dream coming to fruition, getting to work with Atsushi Okubo on his latest manga, Fire Force. I can
That's so
only
sick.
imagine the sheer joy she felt in this moment. Just imagine having
What would an assistant do for like a giant manga like that? Like just make sure everything's okay, or like do like little drawings here and there. Like what does an assistant for a giant manga like that do? Like just overlook what he's doing? Like just help him with like little tasks, like fucking making him tea, or like making sure like there's no like rough sketches or something like that. Like I don't know. I'd have to watch another video on that.
someone you've looked up to your entire life, who created what you consider a pillar of your childhood, seeing your work and thinking that you're good enough to work with them. I imagine it would be utterly mind-blowing, but also very, very stressful.
Sorry, off topic. I just thought of this. Are mangakas like one of like the greatest like storytelling people of all time? By the way, because like to be a good mangaka, you had to be able to fucking draw, which is one of like the hardest fucking things ever. Being able to fucking draw good and be good at art and be good at telling a story, those are 2 different things. Some people go to college just to learn how to do one of them. Mangakas are good at doing fucking storytelling and fucking art. Those are one of the 2 most like probably one of the 2 hardest things to fucking learn, and they're good at both of them. Our mangakas are just like fucking OP in the fucking storytelling world. Like I don't think anybody else has anything on fucking mangakas. Like the fucking author of Harry Potter. No, you don't have anything on a mangaka. Yeah, like okay, sorry, that's probably too harsh. I'm sorry, but like being able to fucking be good at art and tell a story at the same time is just like insane. Like that's like
Because at that
OP.
point, you are working on a decently large IP, and you do not want to be the
like you could be like really good at telling stories but bad at art, which is probably like why I don't know, I'm not gonna say why because they could be good at art, but like I would have to guess a lot of light novel authors just are either just not good at art or don't like art, or like just like light novel authors they don't make art. Like mangakas, they're not like you could be good at art but be bad at storytelling, or you could be good at storytelling and be bad at art. Mangakas are fucking good at both.
weak link in that scenario. Despite this, however, Urana would serve as Okubo's assistant for a number of years, honing her skills and learning everything she could from him. And eventually, as we already know, would even
Okay, sorry, off topic again. How do you even like get into this industry, by the way? Is it just by having connections, or did she just really get that oh wait, no, never mind. I'm stupid. He literally just said it. she published 2 one-shots and 1 awards. I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry. I don't know. I completely forgot he just said that. I even knew that too. I'm sorry. All right, let's
surpass him, at least
Okay, no, I'm still gonna say it. No, never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry.
according to Okubo himself. And, you know, considering he created Soul Eater and Fire Force, I'm pretty confident his opinion is one worth listening to. That being said, Urana couldn't just assist on Okubo's work forever. She needed to do something that was her own thing. And it's here that we finally witness the birth of Gachiakuta.
This is one of my favorite photos of all time, by the way. This photo right here is so sick. This is like my background for my banner and everything. I love this photo right here.
Gachiakuta was actually born from a very simple idea. The idea that even trash has value. It's clear that Urana wanted to tell a story about the trash we discard, whether it's the soda can that you just threw in the
what's good,
trash
Sen?
10 minutes ago, or the individuals in society that are deemed worthless.
I'm gonna call you
Not unlike the main
Leorio. Yo, what's good,
protagonist,
Leorio?
Naruto, who
I'm
is
doing good,
shoved
man.
into the abyss by
How are
those
you?
higher in society than him. And that is just so punk rock of her, which, you know, is fitting considering how punk rock she looks. One of the core elements of Gachiakuta's story is the idea of jinki, or vital instruments, essentially pieces of junk that to
Jinki,
most
yeah,
people
this
probably
power
wouldn't
system
mean
is so
much,
sick.
but carry essential value to those who own them. I won't dive deep into this to save on time, but in Gachiakuta, inanimate objects can be imbued with the power of thought and emotions from those that cherish and value these objects, and thus can be turned into insane weapons.
In the past, I broke a pin that I was holding on to in anger. I cried a lot then because I was very attached to it. From there, I thought to deal with value objects and broken things. And that
Wait, what? She got the idea from herself. Wait, that's sick.
This simple childhood story composes the entire soul of Gachiakuta, to the point that
Yeah, the
Urana's
premise of,
broken
like,
pin
putting
is
souls
even
in the trash
referenced
is
in the
also
first
just
panel
fucking
of the
sick.
manga. Urana's own beloved piece of trash. When she created this manga, having a distinctly trashy look was something she prioritized, using the slums from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind as one of her inspirations. And I have to say, I don't think she could have picked a better theme or premise to complement her absolutely insane art style. Something that's really apparent about Urana's work is how much she's able to make her characters stand out. I've said this a few times before, but it really is a skill to make something kind of grimy, unsightly, and even unhinged, but also appealing to look at the same time. And she's got
Yeah, like if you really look at her art, the proportions are, I wouldn't say terrible, but they are not human anatomy like level proportions. The proportions are not like human level proportions, but because it just works, it works. I don't know how to explain it, but like it just works and it looks like terrific. Like, it looks fantastic.
gotten so good at this that according to her, it's just natural for her at this point.
I create them to be decent people, but then I actually draw them, and for some reason
They turn out to be freaky weirdos. Is she talking about Jabber?
I've given up,
Is she talking about Jabber?
realizing that this is who they truly are.
One of Urana's biggest strengths is the sheer amount of emotion she's able to get her characters to express. Whether it's joy, disgust, anger,
Oh, that's true. Oh, also, like, the way, like, she draws, like, little... I also love her as an author, too, because, like, the way she draws, like, little, like, memes from other, like, series into, like, into her panels sometimes is fucking funny, too. Which is also cool, because, like, you know how, like, she wore, like, the Soul Eater thing, right? What's that one panel called? Here, this is what I was talking about. Like, the way I know other authors do it, but the way she did it was funny, and also, because she worked with, like, the Fire Force and Soul Eater author, like, how she just fucking drew this right here, with, like, the faces and everything. This fucking loser from Blue Lock, for some reason, was in here. The AOT, Beast Titan, not Beast Titan, right? Hawk Titan, whatever, I always forget what it's called. And then she drew, like, the dude from Shangri-La Frontier, with the mask. She'll just, like, put little things in here sometimes, too, and it's just funny. And he's also right, like, the emotions, she does show emotion, like, really fucking well, too.
excitement, her characters' faces absolutely explode with emotion. And it makes it so easy to not only understand what that character is going through, but empathize with them. I think that for a lot of anime, capturing realism and nuance is a priority. And that's not to say that this isn't a valid strategy, but at the same time, these are drawings, 2D representations of people. When you're able to just let loose like this, it can really leave an impression. And this is only accentuated with the method methods she actually uses to draw with very bold, messy, sketchy lines. And
I love, yeah, that art style, by the way, like the rough type of art style. I love those art styles. Like when I randomly scroll upon, because I'm a person that loves to doom scroll on Twitter for like just cool art. Yo, I like my favorite style of seeing people draw is like when it looks like rough and like not fully done. Like it looks rough and like it's not like perfect lines. That just looks cool to me. I love that style.
Anna is able to achieve this look because, according to her, she predominantly draws using paper.
鉛筆で描いてみたり、筆ペンで劇画みたいな感じでしてみたり、デジタルの方ができる幅も結構多いんですけど、デジタルの筆圧検知では
Yeah, don't like most mangaka now like use like digital to draw their shit now because it's just easier.
できないところまで表現してくれるの。
I always thought though, how does that work? Because I may or may not be reading my shit online. I'm paying for it. But like, how if they're drawing it on paper and like into a manga form, how am I reading it online? Do they just like upload the fucking images online? I actually had never looked into that, but like, how am I reading that shit online? Because do they upload it through online? Like, I don't know how that works. Like, are they just fucking like scanning the fucking pages and just putting it online? I don't know.
アナログだと思うので、ここは魂込めたいなってところはアナログでしっかり描くようにしてます。どうしてもここはなんか古めかしい場所にしたいなみたいな時とかは和紙みたいなやつをビリビリ破ったりして。
This is her first ever manga too, right? For her first manga, like I know she's made like one shots and two, right? But like this is like her first like actual full on story, like actual like manga, right? This is an insane debut.
This practice of analog drawing is also something that Japanese graffiti artist Hideyoshi Ando employs, who designs all the graffiti art for Gachiakuta. And it's with Ando's graffiti along with Urana's stunning character designs and art style that brings this entire world and all these characters to life. And it makes this manga its own unique thing and has led to Gachiakuta being praised by critics. The series even being nominated for and winning awards.
Excuse me.
For instance, Gachiakuta won the Global Award at the 2022 Next Manga Awards. And this was before it even had an English translation. Gachiakuta wins awards from vibes alone. And this is exactly why Studio Bones simply couldn't ignore it. So this July,
yeah, the anime is fire too.
At the time of this video, the Gachiakuta anime by Studio Bones will finally be airing.
Wait, when was this video made? Oh, 2 months ago. Yeah, the anime is out now. We're on like episode like
Urana's
6,
ultimate
7?
childhood dream has
6?
finally come to fruition. And all I have to say to that is, that's awesome. The manga industry is harsh, cruel, and anything but predictable. So to see someone who truly stuck by her passion and is now experiencing it pay off in the biggest way she can imagine, it's just so inspirational. And so really all I have to say is, if you like big fleshed out worlds, cool characters, awesome art, sick action, this shonen is for you. It's so clear how much love, care, and hard freaking work this person has put into the story, world, and characters. Even
it's so
going
good.
on
It's so
record
good.
saying that at times she's even worked 24-hour days to fully realize it. She deserves to have her story seen by the entire world. So this July, do yourself a massive favor and watch.
Oh, I'm
Gachiakuta.
watching. Oh, I'm watching. I'm reading it weekly
Wait,
too.
No, Gachiakuta. Gachiakuta. God, I thought I had it.
That was a good video. I actually didn't know most of that. I knew she worked under somebody, but I always forgot. But it was Fire Force Store Leader, which is sick, by the way. One of the other like coolest authors ever.